Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Capricorn Clark, a former Diddy employee, was questioned by Diddy's defense team. And man, she did not hold back. She pretty much trashed Cassie. Capricorn said she used to manage Cassie, and her and Cassie sometimes did not get along. She said in 2008, Cassie went from being a sweet model to a feisty girlfriend, getting more bravado as her relationship with Diddy progressed. She also said that Cassie was beautiful and had talent, but she was not talented. Okay, she said she had talent, but she was not talented. She also said that Cassie was more of a studio musician who wasn't that great of a live performer. And for her, talent meant Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Capricorn said Diddy supported Cassie with all of the components to make a star: producers, stylists, musicians, choreographers, and says from 2007 to 2012, Cassie got more attention and resources than any bad boy artist. Now, why is that testimony significant? Because Cassie said she had to forego her career to be a good girlfriend to Diddy. She said that Diddy pretty much stifled her career. You know, she was pretty much saying that Diddy was hating on her. Like, because of Diddy, her career stalled out. Well, Capricorn says, look, I managed the chick. And I can tell you right now, she had some talent, but she wasn't talented. You know, she was not that great of a performer. She definitely was not on no Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey level, but that's a bit unfair because nobody's on Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey type level, you know? There are some singers out there that's got their own lane like Patti LaBelle, but, you know, there ain't many who can, like, command an audience like that, you know, with just their voice. I'm talking about none of the bells and whistles, no extra stuff, just pure singing, rip the house down. Ain't too many people can do that. Cassie made a big deal with her testimony about how she could not pursue her career, her music career, like she wanted to because Diddy had her tied up. Tied up, like, you know, with other men, you know, freak-offs and stuff. You know, she had a really busy freak-off schedule. I wonder why nobody's really talking about how Cassie was so active with these freak-offs that she had herpes in the mouth. You know, she said she had sores in her mouth and she had UTIs. You know, nobody wants to talk about it. They kind of skip right over that. Nah, that matters, fam. You mean to tell me you were sucking up so many dudes that you got sores in your mouth? And it seemed like a UTI, urinary tract infection, was something that was normal in her life. Because she talked about having them all the time. I don't care what y'all say. If Cassie did not have pretty privilege, I know for a fact most of you would not be rooting for her. I'm reading some of these comments. We're rooting for you, Cassie. We love you. We're with you. Diddy need to go to prison for the rest of his life just for that video alone. Let me be clear. I absolutely feel for anybody that is treated the way Cassie was treated in that video. She looked helpless. She looked like a woman who was defeated. She was beat down. What Diddy did was savage. It was uncivilized, and he deserves to be punished for that. You hear that? Do you hear that? I'm on record saying What Diddy did was wrong. He deserves to be punished for that. All this other stuff, I'm not so sure about, because I'm not so sure that they've been able to prove it, because where is the evidence? So far, it's he say, she say. Last I heard, you can't convict people on he say, she say. You need evidence. Isn't that what we always hear these prosecutors talk about? Well, I can't prosecute a person without evidence. Give me some evidence. Go out there and give me some evidence, and then we'll talk about it. Go get me some evidence. Bring back some evidence. Evidence, evidence. Where is the evidence? That's what I'm saying. He's not on trial for beating on Cassie, which he should have been on trial for that. But he's not on trial for that. He's on trial for sex trafficking and drug trafficking and kidnapping and coercion and other stuff like that, RICO stuff, right? But where is the smoking gun? Capricorn Clark, I thought, was going to ride it all the way out with Cassie. But it looks like she ain't rocking with Cassie either. Or perhaps she's trying to be neutral, give the prosecution just enough to keep herself cleared of any charges, but then throw Diddy a lifeline so she can show that, wait a minute, Diddy didn't stop her from being successful. Diddy ain't the reason why Cassie, didn't blow up as a recording artist. Cassie didn't blow up as a recording artist because Cassie just wasn't all that talented. Now, you and I know Diddy liked money, and his girl is recording. He's with her all the time. I can't see him being so jealous of her that he don't want to see her be successful, knowing how much she wanted that. He put his weight behind her. At the end of the day, it's up to the people how they want to respond to her talent. I never really listened to her. I saw like one video or so, and she seemed okay. I didn't see anything bad, and if I had to rate it, I would say it was decent. Not great, but I can't say it was bad at all. I'll go as far as saying it was good compared to the other stuff that was out there at the time. Just regular cute girl singing a cute song, you know what I'm saying? Nothing spectacular, but good enough to sell records, good enough to promote, good enough to make some money. So I don't think I'm buying that Diddy stifled her career. I don't think I'm buying that. Capricorn Clark was her manager. If your manager don't believe you got it, but at the same time, one could argue that Capricorn was jealous of Cassie because Capricorn wanted Diddy for herself. Yeah. So perhaps that whole time that Cassie was being represented by Capricorn was hating. Some people are making a big deal out of Capricorn going in on Cassie because Cassie right now is in the hospital in delivery, allegedly. She's, about to drop or probably has dropped already. But she's in the hospital for her pregnancy and it looks like she's about to drop. In any event, if Cassie was in good enough shape, being about to drop at any moment to walk into that courtroom and testify, well, she's in good enough shape to get that smoke that come with it. No more talk.